All right. Good evening, everyone. Hopefully we can be heard.
Yeah, hopefully.
It looks like
we were
your
running a
audio
little
might be
behind.
a little...
We were running a little behind.
Yeah, sorry about that. Looked like your audio was running a little loud, at least.
Really?
I pulled it down. It should be fine, I think.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So I don't have to adjust anything here.
Yeah,
Because I want to leave all my settings the same if I can. Well, how's it going?
It's going all right. So, I guess the big thing this week is that we can now talk about how there's going to be like a Super NT episode.
Yeah. I mean, for all the people like hoping that we're going to be able to stream it. Oh, okay. I'm hearing myself coming through your microphones now, or your setup.
They're probably hearing you over my speakers. So let me get my headphones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I can hear myself in there, so I think that'd be better. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be... We're not streaming on the Super NT. We're not allowed to until the 7th. We can't really answer any questions about it until the 7th.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I thought about maybe playing some Super Nintendo stuff, but that seems like a waste when we want to stream Super NT, you know, in just a few weeks, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have kind of a cool opportunity with the episode. I think we're going to have something in the episode that nobody else has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're kind of keeping it a little bit of a secret. And, you know, we don't want to spoil anything. Yeah. We don't want to lose that opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be cool though. People are going to be at the same time very surprised and also be like, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, we have actually had our hands on the hardware for longer than we've been able to say.
December, I think.
Yeah, late December. It was like
it's maybe before Christmas.
It was maybe like a week before Christmas, if that.
You played through the Lost Viking 2 on it.
Yeah, I did. I took it over to my parents' house over Christmas break and played through the entirety of Lost Vikings 2 to mark it off my backlog. I thought why not really put it through its paces and, you know, play through an entire game.
A demanding game like that.
A demanding game like Lost Vikings 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I mean,
and you're well into editing the episode now.
Yeah, I mean so thankfully
your stuff shot for like a week, and then I shot mine on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've got a nice head start on the episode. So the video can release on the 7th.
Yeah.
And
go up right along everyone else's.
Yeah. I think that's
we have
like
the best one.
that's what we're going for, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's, you know, I would say it's like probably like over the course of the whole thing, probably like a fourth or so edited, maybe.
Yeah. Running about 25 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Like on the dot.
Yeah, pretty much 25, almost on the dot. Who knows if that will increase or decrease over the course of editing, but that's what it's looking like. But I think it's going to be a good episode. I'm real excited about it. It's going to be unique in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's been in the works for a little while.
Yeah.
So you want to explain like why you're playing Castlevania tonight?
Yeah. So I had sort of several months ago mused over this idea that it would be fun to make like a yearly tradition out of like picking one game that you really like, but have also not played as many times as you would have liked, and you don't know as well as you feel like you should.
Just a game that you'd really like to learn all the ins and outs about.
Right, be
Not
more
just like
familiar
play through
with
it and then mark it off your backlog and move on.
Right, which
this
is,
the
you
game
know,
you really love, and you want to like learn all the intricacies of it.
Right. Now, and obviously, as we talked about last time I streamed, you know, we are trying to be no speedrunner level here. You know, we don't, you know, have the time or interest to dedicate like that, but to a specific game. But I thought it'd be nice to pick a game and play through that game once a month for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
I mean, not even play through it all the way. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Like, you know, eventually, you'll get to the point where you're finishing it every time.
Right, right. Well, I mean, my goal, I think, would be, I mean, for at least for now, like, I want to pick games that, you know, won't take that long to actually finish. And, you know, one time I had actually played through this game. I was kind of loosely practicing it because a friend and I were going to have a sort of a race in it. And, you know, neither of us are experts in it, but then we were allowed to practice a little bit. And at that time, like, I finished the game, and I got to the end in, like, I want to say about an hour. So it wasn't even...
It's not that long of a game.
No, it's hard, but it does have infinite continues.
Yeah, I don't think it's even, like, that hard. But then again, I spent a lot of time with it when I was a kid. I mean, it doesn't really get super hard until like the second to last level.
I mean, it's fairly hard, but you know, again, it's a game I've probably finished it like, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 times, but you know, it's been a while, and
yeah,
I like the idea that, you know, you've got these games sort of in a repertoire of games that you could just pop in at any time and just casually breeze through to the end. Like, you know, Mario 1 would be like that. You know, and I like the idea that I could add more games to that just, you know, I'm just going to kick back and play Castlevania for 45 minutes and get through it, and, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it just there's something about being very familiar with a game that's just makes it fun and enjoyable and comforting to play.
And then in a year, maybe do a video on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were saying. I thought I had sort of talked to you about this idea before, but you seemed interested in trying it out yourself. So, you know, eventually I'd like to do something that would be more time consuming, like Zelda 2. That's another game I'd like to know a lot better, but, you know, that would be more of a commitment to play that through once a month. I thought Castlevania might be a good starter game.
I think the idea is then in 1 year from now, stream the game again and see how much better you were compared to, you know, this time.
I mean, I expect this to go relatively poorly, but I also expect to finish it. So let's see what happens. Let's see.
And next week I'll be streaming the My Choice, although I probably will not be finishing it during the stream.
You're thinking about UN Squadron? I don't know if you're going to stick to that necessarily, or
yeah. Right now, that is the idea: is UN Squadron on the Super NES.
Yeah, let me adjust.
And I think it can be finished in 2 hours, pretty easily. But I don't know. It's been a very, very long time since I finished it.
Yeah, I mean that is a game that I am kind of terrified of, to be honest.
It's kind of a weird aspect ratio.
Yeah, it's got some heavy borders, although I think the game can go further down the screen. But I noticed that and one thing too, I'm on the high def NES, and
is that what you're playing it on today?
Today,
high def NES?
Yeah, it's high def NES.
Okay.
Also, I think I've had this glitch happen before. Let's see if it changes when I go inside. No,
what
it didn't.
glitch?
You know, this has happened to me before, I think. Hold on a second. I've had that glitch before. I forget how I was playing it. I don't think it's a high def NES glitch. Yeah, there's the music. I've played Castlevania before where it didn't play the music in the first level.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also,
is it better now?
Yeah. I forgot actually.
I can't hear it. I mean, I don't know if you're. People are saying that they can't hear the game music.
Well, I'm just turning it up now for the stream. Let me know if it's too much, too little. I can change that. Here, I'm going to turn it up on my stereo a bit too.
No music if you sit at the demo too long.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely what happened. Known issue. Gotcha.
Interesting. Is that just with the high def NES, or is that with the game in general?
I'm assuming it's an issue with the game in general.
You know what I'm going to do? Hang on, I got it right here. To aid you in your quest here, I'm going to bring out the official Nintendo Player's Guide to help us along. I had this book as a kid. Actually, well, my brother is the one who got the NES, and he got the game for his birthday, and got this along with it. He also got Rygar and Contra.
Oh, that's weird. Your whip goes through there. I couldn't remember if there was maybe something in that wall.
This is a great book, and it's like the screenshot quality is very, very good in this book.
Oh, really? Now, who made that?
It's official Nintendo. I'm pretty
Do you
sure.
think the screenshots were taken on a Plate Choice 10?
Yeah, if you take a look at it, you can. It's not composite.
It's got like. Does it have like the yellow colors and stuff?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that there better be a Castlevania segment in here. Yeah, here it is. All right. This will make it a little bit more interesting. If there's anything you're curious about.
I'm sure that people have not figured out better than 1980 whatever strategies for this game. Although I'd be curious what they say about death if they recommend the cheese with holy water.
Or do you
strategy.
want me to wait till you get there? It just says the Grim Reaper is a very strong enemy who throws a sickle as he flies around. Position yourself as far away as possible and attack him with the boomerang or dagger.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Well, I mean, I think that's why I never beat him as a kid, probably.
My dog is looking up at you your full screen on the Samsung TV, and she's looking up at you and barking. You know,
the bat is actually called the Phantom Bat.
Ooh.
You know, there's isn't there a tube behind the staircase there at the bottom of it?
Yeah,
like a double shot.
Yeah, I think there is.
Is it too late? Did you already miss it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I did.
You gotta. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I just gotta jump and catch it.
Yeah, my dog seems much more interested in like sounds from the speakers and images on the screen than my old dog did. Now it kind of makes me wonder if like the modern displays are easier for a dog to parse than like interlaced video.
Oh yeah.
Like I wonder if like to a dog's eyes like CRTs like aren't like a complete image. Cuz I don't know, like I never really knew pets to really pay much attention to video back in the day.
Well, I feel like it'd be hard for your dog not to pay attention to video.
Yeah.
at this point.
Kind of worried. Well, nah, she's laying down. I don't think she actually needs out. She hasn't pooped this evening, so I'm a little worried about that.
Oh, I see. So it breaks up things. It says stage 2, but it's actually block 1, stage 2.
Right, yeah, it's kind of weird.
You know, it's funny. Looking at the map screen, I never realized that you could see like how each little segment is broken up.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It shows how many like sub stages or like doors you're gonna pass through.
Yeah, and doesn't it like loop around to like A or something later? Or maybe that's how Castlevania 3 does it, or maybe they both do it. You know, something I would also, I'd be interested in doing the same thing with Castlevania 3, but specifically...
That's a tough one, though, man.
Yeah, but the Famicom version.
Oh, okay.
Because, I've only finished Castlevania 3 once, I think. Possibly twice, but probably only once. But I've always kind of...
The last boss is so hard in that game, isn't it?
Well, I just remember spending a long time on the last level. Possibly because of the final boss. I don't really remember what it was about the final boss, but... But yeah, the Famicom version is supposed to be easier. It doesn't artificially, which I have it, and I'm pretty sure that's accurate. It's the American version bases how powerful enemy attacks are by what level you're on. So like all attacks, if I'm not mistaken, do a flat amount of damage. So
really,
yeah. So by the last level, you can't take more than like 3, maybe 4 hits. Period. I mean, even if it's a bat. I could have swore there was some meat in that wall.
Is anyone else bummed that we never saw console part of a remake of Carnival? The last big classic Western arcade game. Is that like a light gun game? I think this game has like the best soundtrack in the series.
Whew, I don't know. They're all pretty good. The Famicom version of 3 is amazing. And of course, 2 introduced Bloody Tears.
Yeah, which is arguably the best Castlevania song.
It's one of the most iconic for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Brian, that's what I thought. It is a light gun game. I know that I've seen it before. Brian Hampton in the chat, who I met yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, came to Arcade Legacy yesterday.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that someone recognized you yesterday. Yeah. that's funny because I got recognized. I think I told the story. I got recognized by an employee at a local game shop a couple weeks ago.
I can't really say anything about the Super NT, unfortunately. Like that's.
What was the question?
It's just saying, is there anything that we can say about it?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to risk saying stuff that we can't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of specifics on if we can. I mean, I was told we could field some questions, but
oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I asked, like, can we, like, field questions about it on social media or whatever? And he said, yeah, just no videos or reviews.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
So, I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but, you know, I guess I can use my discretion.
Yeah. So if anyone has
if your question is about jailbreaking, though, which it seems most people's is, I know nothing. They won't know, you know.
Yeah, we
Chemtress analog. They won't talk about right now. That's not to say it won't happen. You know, my gut feeling is like 50-50, but I you know, seriously do not know. We know absolutely nothing on that front that you don't.
Yeah. And we know nothing about the digital to analog converter as well.
Right. I mean, I think everything we know was what they posted on social media.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically turning the.
Although we did know about it before.
We did. It's supposed to be like essentially the NT Mini's internal option, just external. The thing is, you know, they could, in theory, put wherever they want through that HDMI port because
it's data. Right?
It's just data, and there's no lag in between, you know, the video generation and the port. So, I mean, there's absolutely no reason they can't use that for an external HDMI option, which I died in the same place.
Kyle Gage in the chat is asking if Super Turrican Director's Cut is a good game. You're not a fan of the first game.
No, I mean, I've only messed around with them a little bit. I mean, I don't think I've ever played the original version of Super Turrican. I don't think that much is different. All I know is that weren't they forced to compress it by the publisher into a smaller ROM?
Oh,
so
I don't know.
I think they cut out content, or maybe, you know, reduce some effects, or I don't know what they did. But
oh god.
Yeah, I mean, just the first one. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like that good of a game to me.
Aaron Welsh was wondering how is the build quality of the shell?
I really like it. I mean, this is just my personal opinion. I think the NT Mini is like way too overdone, like overwrought. Like it's, you know, I like the fact that the Super NT is plastic because it makes it feel like a freaking video game console. You know, I mean,
yeah.
You know, whereas the NT Mini is trying to be a conversation piece, and it just feels like a more. You know, I think the words that we used in the script was it's more sensible, you know? Yeah. You know, it's more affordable. That's my favorite thing about it is that it's more affordable, you know?
Right.
Because, you know, I think it's important technology and it's good that people can get their hands on it. Oh, there's Dracula's throne room in the background.
Such a cool little thing. Like,
man, I'm starting to struggle all of a sudden. But, I mean, it's heavy. I mean, I think the feel of the plastic is very high quality. I mean, nothing about it feels cheap by any means.
I don't think that they've like really shown, like nobody's shown in photographs. Is I love that the bottom of it is like a pad.
It's like a solid pad of rubber on the bottom. Like it ain't sliding nowhere.
Yeah. I was immediately struck by that when I saw the like the beta unit, and I was.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Although I have to admit, like on the flip side, one of my favorite things about, like my favorite part about the design of the NT Mini was the clear bottom. So I kind of missed that.
Yeah, but I think this is kind of just as good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's. Oh, I forgot about that meat right there.
The USB power, is that micro USB or USB-C?
I wish it was USB-C, but it is micro USB. But I love that. You know, it makes the system very portable. When I took the system to my parents' house, you know, I plugged it into the TV.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, that's kind of the big thing. I mean, it would be cool if it had the USB-C like end on there, but it's not really needed.
No, it's just I've never really liked the feel of the micro USB connector. It's just so small and just doesn't feel like a good connection. Like I prefer the well, I don't know if these are the technical terms for them, but the mini USB, like, you know, the connector that the DualShock 3 had as opposed to the connector that the DualShock 4 has.
Yeah.
This is the level that, you know, after I finished the game for the first time, I always forgot about this level.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say this level has different music in the Japanese version, too, which I actually have. I've got the FDS version.
Something people might not have noticed when they saw, you know, if they visited the stream page before we went live, is in the thumbnail, there's a photograph of your cartridge, and both of our cartridges are signed by the composer.
That's right. Our first MagFest.
Yeah. Ace 9921 is wondering if what palette you're using.
It should be set for Firebrand X. Let's see. I actually only just wait, here, video options. Yep.
You just updated it when you were here.
Yeah, I just updated it while I was at Coury's house. I brought it specifically only so that because I don't have a NES flash card, and that's how. Oh, come on! Oh well, it's just while I got a game over there. But yeah, the Firebrand X palette was added. He didn't have room on the FPGA to add a lot of new features to this, so there was an interpolation feature on the high def NES, but it wasn't very advanced, and I don't think you could do anything more sophisticated with the size of FPGA on the kit. So so yeah, he took interpolation out and added more color palettes.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, my RGB NES just has, you know, the basic.
Oh yeah, you still never got yours upgraded. I've come to find that I really like the high def NES. It's very convenient.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that I was going to use it as much as I do. I mainly thought I'd just have it as like a reference thing for the show, but
cacophony in the chat is maybe just spoiled our surprise for our episode.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, do we just want to should we just tell people then? I mean, just put it out there. I mean, we told our Discord chat.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think there will still be enough people that are surprised that don't watch the stream.
Yeah,
but
you want to tell?
We've got a Kevtris interview.
Yeah, we went and visited him. He lives about 2 hours away from me.
Yeah, just right at 2 hours.
So it'll be.
Kevtris mentions it on Atari Age. Well, now I want to see what he said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did he really?
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. That's cool. It was, you know, we
told our Patreon people, so I thought maybe that's how it got out. No, that's cool. That's cool that he shared it, actually.
Yeah, we went with John Linneman went with us, and you may have seen on our Twitter, us posting pictures of us like game shopping or going out for pizza, and that was when we went.
Yep. Oh boy, I hate this boss.
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, or technically I'm in northern Kentucky, but I'm like right across the river from Cincinnati, so I just say it because that's easier.
Any hot tips from in your book for the boss here?
And
Flea Man.
And it says Frankenstein and Igor.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Frankenstein attacks gradually, while Igor jumps and attacks. Don't let Igor divert you with his jumping. An intensive attack with dagger or firebomb is effective.
Yeah, I want to say that my strategy with this guy in the past has kind of just been just throw daggers like crazy and hope that you get to him before he gets to you.
Gold Saturn 25 is asking if the Super NT settings are there any Super NT settings analogous? Is that, I don't know if that is to the sprite limit increase on the NT Mini.
There is
things that exceed limitation of the original hardware.
There is a setting that that is very much the equivalent, but I can't think of any examples where sprite flicker is an issue on Super Nintendo off the top of my head. Kevtra says he's seen it with
something like Super R-Type or something like that.
Kevtra told us that he has seen it like in certain battle situations in Mario RPG, like certain effects, but I don't know what those are, so yeah, I know this boss has always been like kind of like the first roadblock for me in this game.
You have to continue.
But there is there is a extra features menu.
And there may be things added later on.
Yeah, which right now there's 3 things in that menu. The only one that I think is all that needed, and I say needed, but I don't know of any examples outside of Kirby's Dream Land 3 that do this, but he showed it to us, and it's actually really neat. There's a fake transparency thing that at least Kirby's Dream Land 3 does. Where it uses
that's the thing that he showed us, right?
Yeah, it uses the high-res mode. It's like a 512 pixel wide mode, and it just has this like striped pattern on an overlapping layer. And on a CRT, I actually tested it on my Toshiba CRT with I forget if I used S-Video cables or HD Retrovision cables. But regardless, like, cables that you would have been likely to have used back in the day, that would kind of look like transparency without actually using Super Nintendo transparency. I don't really know what the advantage to that would be, unless it was you didn't want to use transparency to save resources elsewhere, I guess. Although we were asking him some stuff about transparency, and I want to think he said that there's like no cost.
Right. Well, he said something about it. There's no cost, and it's like 50%. I remember something.
It's it's actually in the interview though. It's not anything that we used. He calls it color math. It's not really transparency. You've got 2 layers, and you can, I think, add them and divide by 2. There's like 3 ways it can be done, but it's very basic stuff. It's just performing math. It's not like a true transparent layer. It's just doing a very basic effect. It's not like there's an alpha channel to the layer, for example.
Keptra said that we were the only one. They were the only ones with early hardware. My Life in Gaming guys visited me in late December too. Smiley face. That's all I say.
And I will say that as of right now, all playback issues that I'm aware of have been fixed.
I mean, you were.
I did pretty extensive.
A number of like little glitches, but then they were fixed like really quick.
The only one that has not been fixed is Marvelous, which is a Japanese exclusive, and it's oh, I thought I had a chance to stun lock the Flea Man. You know, if I had approached that better, even with my low health, I probably could have.
I just kept him there.
Yeah, if I had played my cards a little better. The problem is that actually getting to the boss fight without losing health is pretty difficult.
Sean Dumont says there's meat in the floor by the dragon.
Oh, that sounds really familiar. The first dragon or second dragon? Second dragon, right? Oh, no, it's right there. Yes, thank you. That sounds familiar now. But anyway, yeah, there was a very minor visual glitch in Stunt Race FX. That's fixed. There were a number of sound glitches, and those were fixed. And what's actually funny is that the firmware with the fix for the sound was sent to me. And I was like, oh yes, thank goodness it's fixed. That's great. And then I tested a few more scenarios. And I'm like, oh no, I almost had him. I'm like, oh no, he hadn't fixed them all. Like I would have reported like more instances of sound glitches if I like had known that it wasn't like a one thing fixes all. But it may have actually been, because then I went and double checked those other glitches on original hardware, which the ones that I initially submitted, I double checked on original hardware to make sure it didn't happen there too. And then, all right. Oh, whoa! I just got the thing dropped in invincibility. Like, can it like actually last long enough to be useful? No.
Aaron Welsh is wondering if we got to try any MSU1 audio games.
Yes. Oh,
no,
man,
I
had a good chance there. Yeah, we tested. That was one thing I wanted to do while we were at your house, because I don't have an SD2S NES. Although Kevtris actually has one.
Yeah.
It's like in the background in our interview. It's like seeing on his test unit in the background. Oops. That was stupid.
We got 341 people watching.
Holy cow.
Surprised that more
Weird,
people
it only
are not
says
watching,
300 on mine.
The Royal Rumble is going on tonight, so I thought maybe we'll be watching that.
Man, I'm doing terrible. You know what? I'm just going to... I just keep following the wire, so I'm just going to get rid of this set of continues.
Did Ketcher show us anything regarding the Zimba 3000?
He actually showed us
board, right?
like boards that he had printed a long time ago, but I mean it was just part of research. They weren't even pieced together. I think it was just boards with solder points for the chips, but they weren't actually installed. What was I gonna say? Man, I'm doing terrible all of a sudden. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about with What were we talking about before?
I don't know
Oh,
if we're
about
allowed
the
to say
sound.
this.
Like the sound. The funny thing is the sound glitches. Like I thought, oh no, like there were more sound glitches, but then I went back and they were on original hardware. The craziest one, if anyone has a Donkey Kong Country 3 save file, you should go to the last level in the second world, which is Crimwood Forest, and I've lost all concentration. It's the last level before the boss in Crimwood Forest, and you play as the elephant in that level. And during probably most of the music in that level, there's like this really obnoxious sound effect with the elephant's footsteps. Like, and it doesn't happen in with other pieces of music in levels where you can play as the elephant. It's like specific to that music that I've found anyway. I mean, it's just a coincidence that I even tested that level. And I don't remember. I mean, I've played through Donkey Kong Country 3 several times. I don't remember that at all, but I recreated it on original hardware and I couldn't believe it. So, I mean, it just sounds so bad that it just really shocked me that they left it there. But yeah, like every glitch. The only thing, Marvelous, I think he does some weird stuff with the 512 resolution.
Right.
And there's a visual quirk on the file select screen and on the item get. But I think my assumption is that if you were to output that analog, it would work. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with how the Super NT is processing it. It's a scalar issue, I would assume. But I've played lots of other games that use the 512 mode, and they all look perfect. So it's right now it's an issue specific to Marvelous, and unfortunately, I don't know if he has a cartridge for it. Which, I mean, it's an SA1 chip game, so like you can't use a flash cart to test it.
Well, maybe I'll get fixed later on. I don't know.
Yeah, but like I say, I don't think that is a compatibility issue.
Right. Oh yeah.
I think it's a scalar issue.
Yeah. We'll see.
But yeah, I mean, so pretty much perfect. Everything that I'm aware of is working flawlessly, and I've tested every game I own on it.
Yeah, you spent like an entire day or a couple days just capturing from every game that you have.
Yeah. Oh, I think I just despawned.
I mean, I don't know. Do you feel like we're saying too much about it? I don't know. I mean, it's probably okay, right? I think it's kind of interesting. Hopefully, I can say this: is that it's actually built on the 2-chip, not the 1-chip.
Right. I don't think we're saying too much. I mean, like I said, I was told that we could field questions. So
yeah, you'll have none of the weird glitches that 1-chip systems have because it's built on like the original. But it doesn't have, obviously, it has perfect video output. Are you trying to get that meat? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I was surprised that thing spawned again.
Thing you have to take?
Well, it's. I think you have to hit the head.
Oh.
I don't think this axe is going to be very useful, but it's too slow.
Have you ever played Terraria? I never have. I have it. I have the PS4 version. I got it for $4.98 from Target.
Oh, so close.
You died? It seems like you're doing really good right now.
Well, it's just that the flea man's so unpredictable, I'm
surprised. I never. don't recall having this kind of trouble.
Oh yeah, that boss has always been a rough spot for me.
If Nintendo releases a VR headset, should it be called the Virtual Boy 2?
Yes.
I wouldn't think so. The current ETA on the Super NT, the embargo lifts on the 7th.
I think it's like, yeah, it's like
everyone's video pretty much that has one right now is going to go up the same day.
So watch ours first.
Yeah. Ours might have the best opening as well. Like
yeah, so I'm pretty proud of it, actually.
The best post-credits sequence ever. Maybe. That's ever been seen on the channel.
Well, not post-credits, but post-open.
Oh, yeah, post-opening, sorry. I think it's pretty awesome.
That was an idea I had like a long time back, and I'm glad it worked out as well as it did. I don't know what made me think of it, but
Would you buy a Game Boy Mini? I don't know. It depends on if it's. I don't know what you mean. If it's like a
Kevtris Game Boy. I mean, I'd buy a Kevtris Game Boy.
Yeah.
I think I just got one up.
But there's a lot of people that got units. Out there, I saw GameSpot has one. Peter Brown.
I think I could have died from the last shot there, and after he was already dead.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
How did that not kill you? Did it glitch?
No, I think I.
Oh, it hit the ground. Like it looked like.
I think I whipped it at the last second.
Oh, okay.
Well, hopefully that's the most boss trouble I'll have, as long as I can get to death with the holy water.
Yeah.
Which you have to be careful, because I think the one that I just picked up is the only one on the level.
Yeah. Oh wow, you're already here, so you're in the Grim Reaper stage already.
Yeah, I mean it's not
a pretty short game.
Yeah, it's not very long.
What are you gonna play if you beat this before the time's up?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have any other unfinished NES games.
So the video would be coming out a week. What day is the 7th? Is it like a week from?
I think it's a Wednesday. I think it would be Wednesday. I think it'd be Wednesday morning.
Okay. So next week is the Super Bowl. I mean, you're thinking about doing the magazine stream on the 18th, right? Or the 11th?
Right. Oh, so next week is the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Or wait, I mean, not that I care, but I mean, I'm just thinking of. Oh, wait a second. That sound effect that I thought was a 1-up was Streamlabs.
Oh, yeah.
So you must have
donated $10. Said, "Keep up the great work, guys." And Try's got more patience than I do.
Thank
you.
I think you might have missed one earlier, because I heard a sound effect not long ago.
Oh, I didn't see it. I can see it. Let me check. I can check Streamlabs. I wish we could make it so that we could both hear the sound effect, but there's just no way to do it.
I mean, I guess you could have a Streamlabs window open on your browser.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Wait, I just remembered. You can despawn this guy, can't you?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can despawn this guy. Like if you lure him to the edge.
You know, there's no way I would play Super Tecmo Bowl. If I was going to play a football game, it would be Madden 92. Madden 92 is my favorite. It's my favorite football game. It's like really like I like Blitz as well, but I think the Madden 92 is the best one.
Was there
and
any?
It's not only because it's the first one with the injuries and the ambulance runs over everybody in its way, even though that's the best part about the game.
But it's not the only reason.
But it's not the only reason I like it.
You know, I want to say there is meat. Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm glad I stopped myself there. You gotta be careful there. You can, if I remember right, there is food up there, but if you test the wall from the other side, oh, it was just money? What? Can you check if there's food in this level?
Yeah, I'll take a look. Let's see what the Nintendo's players guide has to say about it. There's a lot of good games in this book, and in the back of it, it has reviews of every. Well, it has like it has a game guide for every game that was available at the time.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, I gave you a copy of this that I found for 99 cents.
Yeah.
So this is let's see. Oh wow.
Oh.
It doesn't go that high. Or does it? No. No, it only goes up to stage 3.
I really screwed up.
Block 3.
So
I'm not missing any pages. So they had to cut out the second half of the game so they could get to the Excite Bike faster, I guess.
You know, I'll never forget how the Nintendo Power guide for Mario 3 told you how to do everything except it wouldn't show Bowser's room. And I just remember, like, when I first got there, like, because it wasn't in the guide, like, it was just, like, so exciting to, like, see for myself, like, what that looked like. And, you know, I don't know why, but that's just, like, kind of always stayed with me, how they, like, preserved that secret, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the Phantasy Star 2 hint book. Only shows you like a kind of a weird screenshot of the last boss. It's always like you're on your own now.
Yeah.
Figure it out yourself. So the game tapes like to do too.
Which I think that's fun and fine. But you know, I think everyone quote unquote loves to remember the Final Fantasy IX player's guide, where it didn't tell you anything.
It's like look online, you know.
Yep.
It certainly wasn't very convenient.
No.
I've heard of the Nintendo Power podcast, but I haven't listened to it. It's like a lot of people that wrote for Nintendo Power.
Yeah,
like,
and I think like
Chris Slade is on there. Who I would love to talk more to about his game players years, but I think I've DM'd him and messaged him a couple of times, and beyond like early on when we were doing the how to beat tapes, and I never got any more responses from him. Like he's somebody I would love to have on the stream, just because I don't care about Nintendo Power. I want to talk about game players.
There's another room. For some reason, I thought death was going to be at the end of that room. Oh, I just got one up. Is there always one right there, I wonder? I feel like that was a lucky drop. Yeah, I watched a friend stream. Okay, here's the food. I watched a friend stream Castlevania Chronicles not too long ago. Oh, that's right. I remember this room now. Man, this level's longer than I remembered, which is alarming.
I just get so much joy out of looking at old game magazines. I wish that I kept all my old ones. If only I'd known.
You know, if Chris from Classic Gaming Quarterly knew that my Nintendo powers are next to, you know, not only, you know, are they not in the magazine protector sleeves, like, you know, he just can't stand to see them not be in. But they're next to the door, the backyard door, which wasn't a problem until I had a dog and a rainy day like today. You know, a dog wants to shake off when she gets inside, so.
Oh, no.
It's actually kind of funny, though. She doesn't consistently shake off, which, like, I remember my old dog doing. Maybe it's just because she's a puppy and she, you know, hasn't, like, fully figured out that, oh, well, yeah, like, shaking off is, like, good. She also has a thicker coat than my other dog did, though, so maybe it doesn't bother her as much. But, I'm thinking, it depends on what kind of shelf I can find, I guess. I'm going to probably this year need to get an extra game shelf. You know, my main shelf of 12 years is, you know, kind of pushing its limit now.
You gotta find another one that will last you 12 more years.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to, like, replace it, but, you know, I'm going to have to have another one. And I'm thinking about maybe putting current gen games on another shelf that would be where my magazines are now. So I would move the magazines where they couldn't be shook on by a wet dog.
Well, you saw that thing that I have that I put my PVMs on, and, you know, my stereo receiver and stuff off to the left. You know, that's like a perfect height. That IKEA shelf is like perfect height for putting magazines inside of it. And hint books. It's like just tall enough to hold the Hyrule story.
Dang it. I mean, not that I was probably going to get to death anyway, but I accidentally grabbed the...
Is death maybe the easiest part about this level?
I mean, if you have the holy water.
Yeah.
I forget if he spawns on the left or the right. I feel like it's the left, but I also feel like I could be wrong. Oh wow, the axe is pretty good for that. Man, I really felt like there was meat in that wall. Maybe there could be? I mean, it was a 2 that time.
Or as Jeremy Parrish calls it, brickskit.
Brickskit. I mean, wall meat is my traditional term, so I hold that near and dear, but brickskit is a lot more creative. Maybe this guy's shield is protecting him more than I realized. Because the other guy only took 2 hits from the axe.
I just cleared up a whole bunch of room in my where I store my games.
Oh yeah, have you talked at all about your little project this past week?
No, I haven't. I guess I haven't put anything on social media about it, have I? So where I'm located, like my game room and like where I am right now is located on the 3rd floor, so it's kind of like a finished attic. There's a kitchen up here.
Oh, Retro Morgan donated $1. Sorry, a Twitch and backlog because of you guys. Keep up the great work. Big fan from Delaware.
Thank you. But there's a kitchen up here that was just basically there's like nothing in there. It was just like stuff scattered all over the place. It was.
There was a fridge you didn't use.
Yeah, it was a fridge that was just like wasn't even plugged in, and just like. Anyways, I rearranged a whole bunch of stuff, and I moved my desk that I shoot a lot of stuff on, and put up some wood paneling, just like a couple of segments of wood paneling behind it, and made like a set in the kitchen. So it's much easier for me to shoot in there, because when I shoot in the old space, there's an angled ceiling, and it's not very wide, and it's just really hard to. It's just easy to have problems, I guess, like with shooting stuff in there. So this frees it up a lot more, and I can kind of just do whatever angle and make whatever setups I want now. And I'm pretty excited about that. But moving that desk out of like where I stored where I store my games, now I have enough room to get a whole nother shelf. Is there another? You're gonna fight him. You're not. You don't. Oh.
No, yeah,
you don't even have. You have the thing.
I had a clock. Yeah, well, the holy water is in the first room, so you have to get to death.
Yeah.
Like from the first room. I mean, there's I would like to be able to beat him without using the holy water. I'm pretty sure I did not use the holy water trick the first time I played the game.
I see.
Which is, I don't really consider it like a
3rd floor. No, this is my wife and I own the whole house. It's just I have kind of my setup up on the 3rd floor. Which I recently thoroughly went through and cleaned a bunch of stuff and organized and threw out a whole bunch of like junk that I didn't need. I went through. I spent 2 days going through like all my wires and stuff, and I was able to make Ziploc bags full of like all the composite cables for every system that I have. Another Ziploc bag for all the S-video cables, and another one for all the component, and then another one for all the RGB. So everything is kind of separated out, and it's very easy to access now. But it's cool, I had a couple of days. My wife and kids went to her parents on Friday, and they came back earlier today. So I just went through and cleaned a bunch of stuff, organized, packed stuff up, and like moved like all my extra wires that I don't need for anything, and they're just cluttering up the place. I moved those, put them in a bin, and put them in the basement.
We just got another, I didn't see who it was from, but we just got another super chat. or donation of some kind.
Thank you. From Red 5 standing by, $3.21. Says, what current gen games are you guys playing or looking forward to? Shadow of the Colossus?
I am looking forward to Shadow of the Colossus. I was almost thinking of, another one. Thank you.
Yeah, from Outer Zevin said, I can't believe how much I've spent on gear and cable since I started watching your videos. It's been fun, though. Well, I hope so. I mean, I'd still figure out stuff to buy for no reason.
But yeah, I've kind of been thinking about games I might wanna play as a little treat to myself for
after you finish.
I mean, I still need to play more Xenosaga 2, or excuse me, Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
There's a few other unfinished games that I've started, but maybe something wouldn't take long, just as a little treat might be fun, like Shadow of the Colossus. Or you I don't know if you finished it yet, but you were just telling me you played a good bit of Titanfall 2 yesterday.
Just played through this weekend. I played through the campaign of Titanfall 2, and it was awesome. It was I have no real interest in playing like the multiplayer, but I'd heard the campaign was good, and I got it for $10, I think, and it's a great campaign. It's not very long, which is fine, totally fine with me. It was about I want to say it was about 6-7 hours.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, it's like constantly moving. It is it's really good. I mean, I'm gonna play Doom pretty soon as well, but I mean, it's cool. It's very, like the wall running and the double jump like really makes it feel like you can kind of do anything. Like you can run and then you can hit duck and you'll like slide along the floor and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that the campaign of that was especially good. So I mean, considering it kind of flopped, so it's
it's very cheap.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very cheap.
Hopefully they are going to do another one, because I think that it's well worth revisiting, and I think that I hope the next one has a campaign, because that's like it's really, really good.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's like it was $10, and I think you can get it from Newegg for like $7.50 right now.
Yeah, I don't know if
Definitely
the
worth
deal is still active. You have to enter a code to get that. But yeah, I just ordered it.
The cool thing about, at least depending on what state you live in, I mean, the cool thing is that the Newegg like never charges tax, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think they charge. I can't remember. I can't remember if they charged me for tax or not. I ordered something else through there. What was it? Neither have come yet.
From Newegg?
Yeah. What was it?
I ordered like they had like a deal where for $20 or $23 I got Doom and Prey.
Oh yeah, I don't have Prey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know anything about it, but John said it was excellent.
Yeah, wasn't it like it was in his top 3 games of the year, right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, I've got my holy water, and I've already been hit twice. Good start. Maybe I should die before I get to a checkpoint, because this might actually not be advisable. I am really curious, like, how the difficulty of the disk system version compares. If it's the same, or what else might be different about it. Can I get him with that?
So the commercials episode, the 1994 commercials episode, saw like a big increase in views this weekend. I don't know where those views are coming from though. So if anybody just subscribed this weekend, let us know where you saw the video posted. Oh, we just got $2 from your dad.
Your dad?
Your dad. Can't wait for the CRT screen geometry episode.
Neither can we.
Neither can we.
Oh, I just got a frickin' dagger. Oh, there's meat there. You know, I should probably die before I go to the checkpoint. Was there meat there before? I don't feel like there was. Maybe it was like a 2 or something. Getting past...
See, some people were talking about hopefully the Genesis NT will be next. I think that would be awesome.
The mega NT? I was thinking about that earlier. I feel like it would...
Yeah, I'm like really ready to not do videos on the NES or Super NES. Like,
yeah, I feel really good about my music choices in this video.
Like, hopefully it's gonna be like the last hurrah for the system.
Getting out of the first room relatively unscathed is tough. It's okay. There should be meat. Some brisket.
Oh, does the NT stand for Nintendo?
Oh, does it? I was wondering that earlier today. Like, I'm like, I have no clue what it stands for.
Nintendo? But someone said maybe it'll be called the Mega DR.
Well, you know, don't some people call Nintendo like Ninty, like NINTY?
Yeah.
Ninty? I mean, I never thought of that. I'm just gonna let this guy kill me.
But I'm ready for some good Genesis clones.
Yeah, I wonder if frickin' skeleton, man. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they would like even consider like having a CD add-on or built-in or...
Oh man, that'd be great. I mean, it's possible. Or just a way to like rip the discs and then put them on an SD card or something.
Man, I really need to get a strategy about this first skeleton here.
Yeah.
Because he's screwing me up. I mean, these first two fleamen, too. Like, the first room was one of the biggest problems in this level.
Might take you a little bit longer than we thought it was going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
You need a little patience.
I wish I could figure out a way to despawn that skeleton. There we
You get underneath them and you jump straight up and you throw the fire or the holy water into the floor.
I tried, like when it was on the right floor. I tried. It didn't work. I mean, that's not to say it couldn't work, but...
Do we know anything about the Retroblox console that Gamester 81 has some videos on? I know of it. I didn't know that there was actually videos of it out there yet.
Is that like the modular emulation system?
Yeah. But I mean, definitely, I'm hoping that there's going to be a Genesis.
I feel like, you know, it's time for them to move into some Sega.
Yeah, I think it's time for everyone to kind of move.
All right, got to the checkpoint with full health and holy water. I wish it would remember that, but. But not that it even matters, because I'm going to make it this time.
But I was thinking, you know, with our stream dates, I mean, maybe we should stream the night that the video comes out on the 7th. Maybe we should do a bonus stream so we have something as we stream that night. Since it's going to be, wouldn't be until that weekend. And I don't know when you're planning on doing the... Oh, we got a donation from Bartman. Bartman 3010 donated $2. Says, any plans to do an episode on the virtual console before it ultimately shuts down this year?
We had talked about it. I mean, the problem is that you won't be able to add money, but you can still buy games up through some point next year.
March,
I think.
like 2019 or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just thinking, because what day were you thinking about doing the magazine stream? Were you talking about the 18th, or was it?
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
Okay. So I guess it'd be fine if we did. We'd do the NT stream on
the regular Sunday.
On the 11th, yeah. We should see if Captress wants to join us for that again.
I'd love to. That was like probably
a lot of people. There's like some comments on that archive recently.
Oh yeah, there was one I think saying like, do you plan to do something like this for when the Super NT releases?
Yeah.
Which, you know, that would be great.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it yet. We'll see if we can.
I think
Kevin said on the Atari forums that the Genesis FPGA would not be able to do Sega CD. Maybe you can incorporate a port to attach to an original Sega CD. That'd be cool.
I wonder if
add-on
like he couldn't, because I mean it is its own hardware in a way. I wonder if he like couldn't fit it onto one FPGA.
I don't know. Yeah, I would love a Sega CD ODE. It'd be very cool.
Okay, don't screw up. Don't screw up. Don't screw up.
We have a $5 donation from Robert Arthur, who said Super NT with SC to SNES versus SNES Classic modded. Pros cons of each.
Wait, what?
The Super NT with the SC to SNES versus the SNES Classic modded. I mean, pros and cons of each.
I mean, it's no contest other than cost, right? I mean, well,
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you could play SA1 chip games and Super FX games on the SNES Classic modded.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, yeah, with the SC to SNES. But I mean, 1080p versus 720p.
And the compatibility, I think there's a lot of compatibility issues too. Like with injecting your own games.
I have not been following that at all, so I don't even know. Terra Onion has said that they have 2 huge releases in the pipeline for this year. Last week, if you might have heard me talking about the Terra Onion, they're the people that made the Super SD System 3. Super System SD3. I always mix up
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've been following that try or not, but
they're making a new board, right?
Yeah, no, they'll be like shipping people that have their systems already, like replacements.
Okay.
Which is great. They're handling it very, very well.
So were those systems that people bought, or were they only sending out review units so far?
No, I mean there's people. I think 50 of them got sent out, like to people who bought it. But there's
a level
because
here.
they had to scrap their original boards that they had, and they had to redesign the whole PCB.
I always forget that there's like a little level here.
Oh, you did it. I missed it.
Yeah, I had full health when I got to death and the holy water.
Oh, is there any games that we're excited for this year?
This year, like I feel like it's not really known like a lot of what's coming out. Like it just I was thinking,
haven't been thinking about it very much.
Like Nintendo just kind of announced some release dates. Like I'm really excited about the Kirby Switch game.
Yeah,
Star Allies. It's the Superstar style gameplay, which it actually has like the Superstar helper characters. Except it's up to 4-player. Yeah,
and also 4 players.
Yeah, it's 4-player, but like Return to Dreamland, you just had different colored Kirbys. Originally, I think that the GameCube Kirby game that I believe ultimately was rebooted into what became Return to Dreamland. The early footage of that, I want to say had like helper characters, or at least they were like, I don't know, some animals or something.
Yeah. Can the Super NT play ROMs that require special chips? I want to really know if I really want to play Super Mario RPG Hacks and Star Ocean translated. System can't play any ROMs right now.
Right. I mean, it can't play any ROMs, and even if it could,
it'll work with the.
We don't know if the jailbreak will happen, but if it did, like, I have no clue whether he has room on the FPGA to like do Super FX or SA1. Like, if the jailbreak does happen, like the feature that I would want most, and I have no idea if he would implement this, but the feature I would like is to be able to use cartridge hardware to play translation patches of, or to play a patched ROM of a special hardware game, like mainly Marvelous. Because, that's... I don't think there's too many instances of games that use special hardware and need translation patches. But that is one. Of course, one thing, if you have, like... You could play, like, a ROM of Mario RPG. American version if you had the Japanese one, for example. If you could use that cartridge hardware... I mean, I imagine it could be done. It's just a question of whether he will.
Right, or you just use like the SCDS NES that Phantom Nut is saying in the chat. Just use the SCDS NES to play the translated games. Yeah, but you can't
play SA1.
Right.
I mean,
oh yeah.
The initial question was like about Mario RPG specifically, right?
Oh right, okay.
I wanted to play Mario RPG Hacks. That would be my most wanted feature, if you could use a real Mario RPG cart. Like that's my most wanted thing that you can't do with it right now. And you may never be able to. But I mean, right now we just have to evaluate it, on its own merit.
We got another donation from Red 5 standing by. Corey, what is your favorite beer? Can I write off these donations of my 2018 tax returns? My favorite beer? Gosh, I'm pretty like not picky. I'm a big fan of Southern Tier beers. I mean that's where I grew up. So if I ever see Southern Tier available someplace, I will always get it. You know, like always like the pumpkin. But I mean, I don't know. Like I definitely enjoy, you know, like Rheingeist Truth, which is from here in Cincinnati. But I mean, like I don't drink nearly as much as I used to. I started getting like a really bad heartburn and at night, so I don't like. It's very rare that I'll drink unless I am like at an event or if we're doing a stream. Pretty much, I don't drink as casually as I used to because I have like it's heartburn and I get like really bad acid reflux like in the middle of the night. It's just something happening where I choke on like my stomach acids in the middle of the night.
You did that when we were at I think it was when we were at G-Anime.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of the night, you're like, wah, wah, wah. I'm okay.
Yeah, it is not fun. And it's not fun, but, you know, like not drinking, or it was happening a lot if I have, like, anything like dairy after like, I want to say, like, 9 o'clock at night. But I've kind of figured out what causes it, and I know what to avoid at this point. It's not fun. Yeah, it's scary in the middle of the night when you're like woken up from it. Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Yeah, I wish this. I feel like this level shouldn't be here. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I always in my mind, it's like, you just go straight to Drac. I think it's a short level, though.
In the Nintendo's players guide, players guide, they don't actually call him Dracula.
What do they call him?
They call him the Count.
The Count?
Yeah. Let's see what it says about him.
Is this... Oh, that was it. Okay, well, that wasn't even as long as I remembered. So that's fine.
The last and biggest boss. He's in the high place of the last stage. He's an extremely dangerous enemy who breathes fire as he warps around the room. And it's so funny because it says warps is like in quotes. So it's like there wasn't too much of a like vernacular for that yet, I guess.
I mean, you would think there would be. I can't remember whether Boomerang or Holy Water is better. I mean, you want to use the whip for the first.
I thought it was Boomerang.
Well, you want to use whip for the first part, but I want to say.
But if you can get his head in a place where, when it flies off, right?
Yeah, but I mean the whip is pretty good.
You get to start there every time now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good checkpoint.
Yeah, it's great. Like, once you figure out the timing here, this is really easy. But
you should stream a playthrough of Dracula X sometime.
Whew, I don't know. Wait, by Dracula X, do you mean the Super Nintendo game, or?
No.
Oh, you meant Rondo. Okay. I mean, I think I would do pretty badly. I don't think I would finish it in 2 hours, but unless I played like Maria, that'd be easy.
How to Beat Home Video Games Volume 1, 2, and 3. I found Volume 2 of this 3-volume series on eBay for around $40. Yes, ever? Yeah, you know, it's funny. I had seen it like after we already did our How to Beat series. Our How to Beat series, like that we did at the beginning of the channel, was like not based on that in any way. Like we didn't even realize that there was a actual thing called How to Beat home video game.
Yeah, it was based on game players.
Yeah. But his head comes off, right?
Yeah.
But you can get him with the holy water then.
Yeah. Ah.
You die.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm watching you doing really good here.
Well, I mean, the first part is slow and methodical. It might be possible to get 2 hits per teleport, but...
We'll have our video on the Super NT the day that it releases, on the 7th of February. Which is a far cry from last year.
Yeah.
Which was like 2 weeks after everyone else. Although we were the only ones that was able to cover like the jailbreak in that same video.
Yeah. Well, but at the same time, people have probably done quick videos on the jailbreak before then. Right. The problem was, like, I don't think we really had much of a script written.
How are you not hurting him?
I guess my timing is just off. Or it may have been just...
what's your guys' favorite Super NT color?
I like all of them except the black one. I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the black one.
I like the I like them. I mean, I think that the clear one is probably my least favorite.
See, I like the clear one a lot. That's possibly my favorite, but I would say I would rank them clear, purple, you know, the American style, then the gray Japanese style, and then black dead last. You know, it's funny. I saw this with John Linneman's Twitter post as well as ours. Like, there seems to be a lot of controversy over the actual look of the clear console.
Yeah, I think in some early pictures it showed it as kind of like a smoky, darker plastic. But I thought that was because it was showing it.
It was showing more of the board. It was showing the board a little more.
Where you could see the because the PCB inside of it.
Yeah, the PCB is black. So I mean, it looked pretty much like I thought. Like, people are all like, "Oh, this doesn't look like how Analog advertised it," but it looks cool to me.
But I mean, clear is definitely my least favorite.
Well, you don't like clear consoles anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of, like...
I have a soft spot for it.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm sure you had, like, I'm sure you have an atomic purple and the N64 controller.
I don't.
Really?
No, I don't. Actually, you know, I've like my...
You have a see-through Game Boy Color?
No, actually, I don't.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I actually... I never... maybe now it's not the time to talk about this, but...
I love that his head just, like, pops off, though. I still have not watched the Castlevania Netflix series.
I haven't either.
He takes a lot of hit.
Yeah, we're getting there. Do I have to hit his head, or...
I think so.
Or, so I can stun him... with the holy water, but I'm not sure if I'll like have to jump to hit his head when he's stunned. But
his toe touched.
Yeah, actually, my original versions of like a lot of I bought like maybe a year ago a clear original Game Boy, which I want to eventually get a backlight mod in it. And I actually just bought a purple transparent original Game Boy Advance.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't have a fantastic console.
It's like the Glacier, right? The Glacier is the purple
yeah, I think that is right. I think it was like Indigo, Glacier, and my original one was Arctic.
Right, that's what I had too originally. I wish that I had an Arctic Game Boy.
Yeah, my original Game Boy Color was just the plain purple. A friend of mine had the clear purple. Like that's all it launched as.
Yeah. I think you're gonna get it this time. You look like you're doing really good.
All right, and he's in the corner when he's transforming, which is good. It gives me more time.
You guys have a favorite childhood cartoon that you want made into a game? Asked Kevin McCheskey. Mask. I'm surprised that was never made into a game. And all the toys.
All right, the holy water. I think got him.
Yeah. Do you perfect him?
No, but I got kind of close until the end. All right.
Daniel Ramos asks Coury, what about the Sega Saturn? This is cool version. Oh, you don't like that one? No, it's cool, I guess, but like I wouldn't want it as like, I don't know, like my main system. I'm just not a big fan of like transparent systems. Robert Curran with a $2 donation asks, Super NT Plus SC to SNES EverDrive thoughts? I mean, it works great.
Yeah. I don't think there's any issues that we encountered with any of the stuff. You can set the cartridge audio separately from game, so you can adjust it there. But if I remember right, you said you can also set
you can increase the
volume.
Loud it is.
Yeah, in the SC2 SNES itself. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's not going to let you, still not going to let you play SD to SNES, or SA1 or Super FX anyway.
Right.
All right. Well, I finished that.
You played the greatest role in this.
I did. It's true. So what can I play now without it doesn't involve playing the Super. I can't play the Super NT, as tempting as that is.
Yeah, we'd get in major trouble for that. I don't know. What's like a game you can beat real fast?
I mean, I can beat Mario 1 fast.
No, that'll get the. I
mean, Konami might guess for this anyway.
I don't know about that.
Too bad I can't.
Ninja Gaiden. Someone's Kentama is saying play Ninja Gaiden. Just let's see how far you can get in Ninja Gaiden.
Okay, I'll see how far I can get in Ninja Gaiden.
Or DuckTales. He doesn't have Gradius. Just gonna go get the cart.
All right.
You know the Magewell has like a way better signal screen than anything else, I think.
Oh, the color
Like,
bars.
Bars.
Yeah, that is a lot better. That makes it kind of look legit, right?
Yeah.
This is a game I'm not especially good at, but I always impress myself when I play Ninja Gaiden 3.
It's
I get farther than I think.
welcome to Ninja Gaiden, game player. And it like pauses and it says, "You have your sword." It pauses the game and then like puts a little circle highlight around the sword. It just says, "You have your sword."
I don't remember that.
He is playing on the high def NES. Do you have Rygar?
Yeah, I have Rygar.
Okay.
Remember when you were over here, we streamed a bit of it.
Oh right.
On the backlog.
Have you finished it since?
Yeah. It wasn't like we realized that we just couldn't. Check my backlog. Do I have any? I might not have any unfinished NES games right now. I played through Maniac Mansion about a month ago. I feel like that might have... Oh, Dragon Warrior 4, I know. I consider it unfinished because I assume that it's more difficult than the DS version. So I do count it as unfinished.
Of what?
Dragon Warrior 4. I was just asking if you could check my backlog and see if I've got any... unfinished NES games. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I've got some unfinished Famicom games.
You have 3 unfinished NES games.
What are they other than Dragon Warrior 4?
The Adventures of Lolo 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Karnov.
Oh, that's right. I just got that. I when I saw that when I was looking through games to play tonight, I was like, oh, but I thought, but Coury streamed it so recently.
Yeah.
And I probably need to give the backloggery some Karnov love.
You'll definitely be able to. I mean, if I could do it in 2 hours, you could do it in 4, for sure.
Whoops, that was stupid.
John Smith says that Streets of Rage is better than Final Fight. I agree. I think we both agree.
I also agree. But I will admit, when I played Final Fight CD at your house, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I think you should get it. It'd be a good co-op stream for you.
How much is disc only for that?
Let's check it out.
I haven't bought it, and it doesn't even have a price on it. I bet it would be super cheap, but there's this pawn shop near me that I'd never been in. I'd never gone to until I just like randomly went one day. Like, whoa, that's the game over color.
It's about $50-$60 disc only.
Really, Final Fight CD?
You could get the Japanese version. You'd have to load a Japanese. Well, I mean, you could always get it and then burn it.
Do you? I thought you could play Japanese games on the Sega CD. Can you not? I thought it was region free.
Like you can, but you might have to load the BIOS. But I'm unsure off the top of my head for some reason. I think you probably can.
How would you load the BIOS?
Using that the Mega EverDrive.
Oh.
That I gave you. But I might be wrong. I think it might just work anyways. But you wouldn't have the great voice actor. Mike Hager here.
Yeah, that was a lot better than I thought it would be.
This one's $80
for disc only. I had no idea it was that expensive.
Let me see the sold listing. All right, you get crazy with this. Complete in box is $150.
Jeez, I did not know.
Well, here's a Japanese one that is $20 sold for $20. Austin Johnson's wondering if we had played Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm pretty sure the Try has no interest in it. I think it looks really cool. It's really cool to watch it in action. I don't have a lot of interest in actually playing it.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z at any point.
Yeah, my experience with Dragon Ball Z is like kind of the exact perfect worst experience to have with it, which was a friend of mine recorded episodes off of TV, you know, in the last like 6 minutes before the planet Klamek blew up, which, you know, takes like 3 hours or something to happen. So yeah,
I swear
that was that was my Dragon Ball experience. Which, I mean, I think that's like a, you know, kind of like an infamous thing. It's just like how long it takes for that to happen, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like the exact worst place, and I knew it, but still, like, I mean, I knew that it wasn't like a good introduction to the series, but I think it's also like kind of, I don't know. I think it, from what I understand, it does represent some of the issues it has. I guess, you know, it's just a lot of staring and yelling, and time is very. Time doesn't mean much in that universe, I don't think. Man, I can't do that jump.
I ever played. NS asked if we ever played Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I did a video on it, actually.
Yeah, it actually convinced me to buy it, even.
Yeah. That was the first. That was the first game we ever streamed. That in Castle of Illusion.
I was just like staring at the screen like it was going to auto continue. But it's good that there's a checkpoint here, though, on 2-2.
Attack of the Pixels. The Super NT does have an SD card.
Sandy, don't get in my drink. I should finish this. She's staring at me now. She took a nap through the whole rest of the stream. No. No. Yes, I know it moves and wobbles when you touch it. Don't do that, though. No. She's very entertained by it. No, don't do that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You know, can you think of any other game where, like, the enemy spawns, like, right at the edge of the screen like that?
To the extent that this does, no.
What is it, Sandy?
The Super NT review will be ready the day that on the 7th. Yes.
It'll be like something like 11 Eastern on the 7th.
Yeah. I mean, the minute everyone can upload it, we'll be able to do it too. I mean, you'll be finished editing it.
I mean, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would like to.
You can't let it be like, oh, I have all this time, so I'm just gonna like.
Yeah.
We'd like to have it just like waiting there and ready to release.
I would like that for sure.
Yeah.
What's got you so worked up?
It's the awesome music probably of this game.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she might have to go to the bathroom.
A lot of people talking about Monster Hunter too.
Oh yeah.
Like that new one, it looks a lot more accessible. And I'm definitely.
Sandy, what's wrong? You look like you might want to do something on the floor that you oughtn't to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this game is like crazy hard until I didn't realize until like the last level. You think it's pretty hard up to that point?
I mean, it definitely gets hard.
I mean,
it's manageable. I mean, you know, I'd be in a work night after work, you know, one day.
But if you have the spin attack, that'll like kill him really quick if you can hit him with it.
Well, it's 11 o'clock, so I guess we'll say this is as far as I got in Ninja Gaiden in, you know, like what, 12 minutes or something.
Wrap it up.
So not too impressive, but I want to say that this and Sandy has to go to the bathroom, so why don't you talk to the chat, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
All right, I'll do what I can. I'm not very good when I'm on my own. I think this and Mega Man 2 are probably my most rented game, kid. Yeah, I finished Castlevania. I mean, I've only seen, like, can you see more than a transparent shell? I mean, I haven't seen it in person. It's at Try's house, since he's the one doing the episode. I mean, I've pretty much seen what everyone else has seen. Personal favorite Mega Man game, if any. First one is probably my favorite, and 2 is my second favorite, and then Mega Man X 1. Those are like my three favorites. A lot of people, I think, don't like the first one nearly as much as other ones, but I think it's great. I think it has the best soundtrack too. I've never played Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday on the SNES. Have you ever played what is it? What's the Addams Family game? That has it's one level where it's like a bubble bath. I feel like I'm gonna look that up really quick. It might be Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. I don't know why maybe it is Addams Family Value. I don't know why I just thought about that, but there is a level where there's in a bubble bath. I don't know why I thought of that when I was thinking about Porky Pig. I've never played Incredible Crash Test Dummies. Well, it's good to see some people like Mega Man 1 the best. My favorite modern game. Well, I mean, gosh, maybe Skies of Arcadia, if that can be considered modern. I mean, it's like not modern at this point. I need to replay that.
All right. Too. So what's up?
Was that the problem?
What? I mean, she peed. I don't know if she might need to poop, but hey, come here, come say hi. Come here, come here.
Yeah, 2 decades isn't modern. That's true. I mean, it I guess.
What's not modern?
someone said, asked me what my my favorite modern game is, and I was like, well, maybe like Skies of Arcadia. I mean, I think that Skies of Arcadia was like the last time that I thought about a game being like, oh, this might be like my favorite game of all time. That might have been the last time that happened. And now I just don't even try to put anything like in that kind of category.
You're wet. I don't know if I want you sitting up here.
Yeah, Skies of Arcadia, it is retro, but like I said, it is the last time I thought about
like this could be my new favorite game.
Favorite game of all time.
Yeah. Yeah,
I am old man status. What can I say? It is almost 20. It's crazy to think about.
Wait, really? Jeez, did it come out in 2000?
I mean, well, Skies of Arcadia it's 18.
How old were you when Skies of Arcadia came out?
I was in my third year of college.
I was in my first year of college when the GameCube version came out.
Oh, well, okay. PS2 Cube Era was the last gen that really gave me the feels. I mean, maybe. Probably not. I mean, I don't have a lot of nostalgia for that generation right now.
Do I think I'll be changing my setup post Super NT launch? Only in the sense that I might put it where the NT Mini is. I'm kind of thinking about just like having one of my cubes, like just for analog.
You were thinking about just like leaving a Super Game Boy in it.
Yeah, I kind of was. Because I won't spoil why, but I think it's better for the Super Game Boy 2. Like, everything else is like subjective, I would say, whether it's better than original hardware or not. I mean, the big thing is that it adds HDMI. The original hardware has no HDMI mod, but I won't say exactly why. But I think playing Super Game Boy in the NT Mini I think is better than playing it on original hardware. But I'll save that for the video.
I'm excited for people to see it.
But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about like just having like a spot in my setup where I've got like the connections for analog systems and just swap them out as needed. Although as time goes on and there gets to be more and more of these, like if they, start doing some Sega stuff or PC Engine, or I mean, who knows what the heck they might do, then, it might start slowly taking over my setup in some ways. I mean, right now we're kind of in this early era of FPGA stuff where it's kind of like new and uncertain. Like it's kind of like, oh, it's the same thing, but it's different. And as far as we can tell, it's completely accurate, but it's still like it's different. And
right,
but
and
as
we'll still use the real hardware for our show.
Right. Although I could see myself. Absolutely, just for getting that HDMI recording, I mean, I really could see myself using the Super NT for that purpose, especially considering, like the one chip, it has the overblown video levels, which you can mod for, but I don't have my one chip. I don't want to mod my one chip, really.
Right.
I want to get my Mini with the updated mod, or actually it does have the updated mod. I want to get that capacitor mod replacement done on it too.
But the good thing about the Super NT is that it has like none of these issues. It was built upon like the 2-chip.
Right. So I mean, if Kevtris has completely got it figured out, and all the, like I say, all the bugs are squashed that I know of. At least the accuracy bugs are squashed. There's that one scalar bug with that one specific game that hopefully can be fixed. But like compatibility bugs, I mean, as far as I know, they're all done. So I haven't found anything else. So, but I'm sure people will find some things in some obscure games. But I mean, it's impressive, and that it came together as quickly as it did.
Wait, Tackle the Pixel is saying that EverDrive 64 3.0. I love that it has a built-in deblur feature per game you can toggle.
Oh,
is that for real? I had no idea there's a new version.
I would suspect that would be anti-aliasing removal. Not the hardware, because it would have to be a hardware feature to do the deblur. Like you couldn't do that on the video output without. Because people. I mean, this is the main reason we did that one video.
Maybe there's a new firmware for it. It has It has like what the Game Shark does.
Yeah, I think that's probably most likely what it would do. And that was why we did that video about the Game Shark anti-aliasing thing. What did she do? That was why we did the video, was because we thought people were confused, like the difference between anti-aliasing and just that blur that's on the video output. Like that's like kind of a different thing. They're like two separate functions.
We got to pick the next two systems the Analog were to make. What would you pick?
Ooh. I would pick.
I picked the Genesis and PlayStation 1.
Probably. I would pick Genesis and PC Engine.
Huh?
I think PC Engine would probably be more useful like immediately, but PS1, I really would like PS1 to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's only a matter of time. They'll have to make their own BIOS for it, but
oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
What?
Yeah, I mean the BIOS issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean PC Engine would be really, really cool.
I wonder if Saturn would be more difficult to do than PS1.
I think so. It would be.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to assume so, because it's kind of a mess. The system is like just the board it's a mess of chips.
Yeah. Well, is that gonna do it?
I guess I can do it. We feel like we're wrapping up early this week, but that's okay. I make a little more progress on editing before I go to bed, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go after we're finished. I'm gonna go watch. Joe Redifer is editing an episode of Game Sack live. On his channel. So I'm gonna go watch that.
Sounds fun.
So I mean, I'm curious how he does it.
Yeah, it's probably a lot more efficient than anything we do, or at least more efficient than I do. But I know he's like extra efficient. Like he's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks to everybody who came and watched tonight, and thanks for everybody who donated as well.
Indeed.
We'll see you all next week.
Good night.
Good night.